Hey guys, Raj here, back again, this time with a fragrance on a review from the House of Creed, and this one is called Himalaya. So again, I've been working off a sample. This one is actually an official sample from Creed. I got this for free when I made an order with a French website called nose.fr. Pretty good if you live in the UK for Creed fragrances, and they throw in some free samples. So I quite like the packaging actually for Creed samples. They're all the same, and then inside you've got the fragrance and a bunch of writing. Actually, I'll read it. It's the same text for all of them, but yeah, it says these essences, an absolute of flowers, woods, spices, and citrus fruits selected, sorted out, and chosen each year by our creator perfumer Olivier Creed, are natural as well as our infusions of ambergris, vanilla, and other fragrances. This composition is a blend of prestigious and rare essence. Right. So the methods. Oh, there's actually a spelling mistake there. It's actually a spelling mistake. The methods of maceration and homemade filtration testifies of a house which knew how to ally tradition and quality for 250 years. So, yeah. So, Creed Himalaya. So, what is this fragrance all about? It's definitely a fresh fragrance. It's definitely kind of in the style of Creed, what you would expect. And the notes for this one in the top are grapefruit, bergamot from Calabria, lemon from Sicily, middle note of sandalwood, base notes of musk, ambergris, and cedarwood. So Himalaya, another fragrance from Creed that I would say you can't go wrong with this. You wear this, you're gonna smell good. It's as simple as that. But a lot of that can be said for a lot of fragrances, and that's something I'll touch on later. This fragrance is one for cooler weather, warm weather, and I think autumn as well, fall. Definitely you could pull it off. I think it would be perfect for work, and I did wear it to work many times. A casual fragrance, but you could wear it to a dressed up occasion. I think it definitely is quite a versatile fragrance. Longevity on this one is similar to a lot of creeds. That's how they play out on my skin, and not that great to be honest. I never really got fantastic longevity. I must have got about 5, 6 maximum. Not great for a fragrance if you want it to last the whole day, say if you are at work. But it will be good if you're going out on an evening, and I think smelling good for 5 or 6 hours is pretty acceptable. But performance I never felt was fantastic, and I really had to spray on quite a bit from this sample to get the full effect. So, in summary, what I get from this fragrance is kind of a fresh, almost soapy-like fragrance. This fragrance reminds me a little bit of Prada's Infusion d'Homme. It has this kind of spiciness, but this soapiness with this mild vein of fresh spices in there as well. I get a little bit of a nutmeg and vetiver type of chord, something that I find in Neo from Xerjoff, but it's very light and it's not listed in the ingredients. But it could be a mixture of, maybe the sandalwood coming in there. It's definitely a kind of mild, yeah, this kind of nutmeg and fresh, spicy accord in the middle of this fragrance. The citrus isn't really loud and it isn't really sort of the most noticeable, but it is in there, adding a touch of sweetness and freshness to this fragrance. It dries down to a kind of laundry type, sort of freshly cleaned bed sheets type of vibe in the base with this musk, probably a white musk, mixed in with the ambergris. I've actually got a little bit on now. I just wanted to finish off the sample. And the fragrance, yeah, it reminds me a little bit of Original Santal, and then obviously you would say Mont Blanc's Individuel. Definitely has that element of spiciness in there, but none of the sandalwood and the cinnamon and those types of slightly more heavier hitting vanilla type notes. It's kind of been stripped back and injected with this soapy lavender, fresh citrusy kind of musk vibe sort of going on. So that is pretty much what I get from Himalaya. I thought it was easy to wear. I thought it was a fragrance that I would definitely recommend to people, but I think there are much better Creed fragrances out there, and I actually think there are much better fragrances in general. The fragrance Himalaya is good, but I think it's also a little bit ordinary. There are elements to this fragrance, especially in the opening, where it just smells like a typical sort of designer mainstream freshness. Something in here reminds me of a Bulgari fragrance. I think it might be Man in Black, or maybe the new one in the silver bottle. I think that, yeah, Man in Black, with this kind of fresh, spicy aroma. Um, it doesn't kind of stand out for me. And if you're going to be spending this type of money, I would expect a lot more. And if you are willing to spend this type of money and you do like the signature of Creed, which obviously can be found in here, I actually would go with Original Santal. I would go with maybe Bois de Portugal or Royal Oud, something along those lines, or maybe Green Irish Tweed, although that is very different. I think those ones just offer a lot more in terms of the general sort of overall experience, and the notes in total. I think are just more. They stand out a lot more than notes, and the fragrance compositions are much better than this. But it's a decent fragrance, and I enjoyed wearing it. I definitely will not seek out a decant or a full bottle, even at a discount. But it is a good fragrance at times, but I think it's ordinary at times. So I'm going to give it a rating of 6.5 out of 10. So guys, what do you think about Himalaya? Do you love it? What do where does it rank amongst other Creed fragrances? Do you get this sort of mainstream designer freshness type vibe in here like I do? Just let me know whatever you have to say. Let me know. And also don't forget to check out my Facebook page. Feel free to hit the like button, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Bye.